Hey there, Mr. Bowers here. I'm creating a podcast to help you enter your helicopter drop data into Geogebra so that we can take a look at what's really going on as your helicopter is falling to the ground. Okay. So as we work through this tutorial here, you're going to be entering your data in a scatter plot and finding a best fit line. And then you're also going to be getting into Dropbox to grab your assignment, which is a Word document that you will do a screenshot. When you're all done, you're going to paste it into the Word document and then answer some questions. And then I'll upload that file back into Geogebra so that I have it. Okay, so let's get started here. Work along with me. I have a different study as my example to work with you. You use your helicopter drop data and work along. Okay. So what I have here is I found a survey that took 24 infants that were under a year old. Okay, so their ages in years, and it compares their age with the number of hours that they slept that day that they were surveyed. So each data point here is a baby. This baby here is 0.03 years old, or really about 11 days old, and it slept for 15 hours. Okay, this baby here that's 0.26 years old, that's really close to 0.25 or a quarter of a year, which would be about 3 months. So this baby that's just over 3 months slept for 15.4 hours that day. This baby here that's 0.52 or just over half of a year old, 6-month-old baby, slept for 14.4 hours. Okay, so let's see if there's a relationship between the age of these babies and the hours that they slept. You're gonna see if there's a relationship between the time that it takes your helicopter to hit the ground and the height that you dropped it from. Okay, so what we're going to do is get our Geogebra up. If you don't have it already up, make sure you go to, well, really you can just click the start button down here and search like GEO, and your Geogebra file should pop up. Okay, if it doesn't, go to geogebra.org and do the web start. Okay, once you get Geogebra up though, you're going to click View, and you're going to open your spreadsheet view. Okay, now mine's already got the data from my infant survey here entered. Yours is going to be blank. Okay, enter your A column here. This will be like our x-axis stuff. Okay, enter this as the time that it took. Even though you made up the height and we recorded the time, that's okay, because we want to use our y over x. Remember, slope is our rise over run, or y over x stuff, and we want it to be your feet or inches per every second, so that we can see your slope as a speed of your helicopter. Okay, so you're going to make this A column, title it time in seconds, and then title your B column the height in either feet or in inches, depending on what you measured in. Okay, now go ahead and pause the video, make sure you get that done. Alright, and then once you're done, then what you're going to do is you're going to highlight your points by clicking and dragging, get all your points highlighted, and all we need to do is in the second toolbox here, you're going to click the down arrow and you're going to do the 2 variable regression analysis. And what that really means is your 2 variables will be your height and your time. So those are the 2 variables that we're going to analyze to see if there really is a correlation between those two. Okay, so click that tool. It's going to just bring up the data source window that says, okay, here's the data that we're going to analyze here from our table. So just click Analyze. All right. So now what's nice about Geogebra is it creates a window based off of your data already. So you should see a nice scatter plot with your data points here. Now if you look at my data, again, this is the baby sleep study. My x-axis was time, or years, right? So every baby was under a year old. Okay, and the y-axis was the number of hours they slept that day, the highest being, I think, 16.4. Okay, so this baby here would be this point. That's the highest amount of hours slept. But as you notice, as the baby gets older, their years are approaching 1, then you can see there's a negative correlation here, meaning as the baby gets older, the amount of hours that they're sleeping is decreasing. That's what it means to be negative. Okay, so it looks like there's a nice trend line here, or a pattern that we can create a trend line. Okay, so the best fit. To do that, you're going to click the regression model down here. Instead of none, we want to do a linear regression model, and Geogebra just automatically creates one for you. Okay, and now you're done with Geogebra, but we want to make sure that we understand what we're looking at here. So this best fit line, it's fitting the data the best that it can, okay, using some computer algorithm. But let's look at the equation that it created. Here's the equation of my best fit line, okay? And I just want to kind of analyze what's going on here. Okay, the slope of my line here, this negative 2.48, so the slope of this line here is saying that if we were to put this over 1, remember rise over run, so as the baby grows a year, we would expect that baby to lose about 2.5 hours of sleep that day. Okay, so that's what our slope represents in my case. Again, the line is going down, therefore it should have a negative slope, and the baby is losing sleep as it gets older. Okay, the y-intercept here, this 15.65. So again, as x is 0, or as the baby is just born, right? As the baby's just born, it looks like that day it's going to sleep. We would expect it with our model to sleep, just over 15.5 hours for that day based off of this data. So we can use this model here to really answer a whole bunch of questions for us. It tells us, what a newborn would sleep, and also if we wanted to know, let's say that I want to know, what if the baby was, I don't know, let's say that it was 0.89 years old. How long would it sleep? So if I hit enter, look at that, using the equation here, Geogebra is saying the baby's going to sleep about 13.4 hours that day based off of our model here. Okay, so that's pretty neat. Now what I want you to do is I want you to take a screenshot of this. So above your backspace button, you should see a print screen button there. So go ahead and just hit your print screen. Nothing's going to happen right now, but really what it did was it took a screen of a picture of your computer screen right now and just put it on the clipboard so we can paste it. Okay. So we need to grab our Word document where our assignment is. Okay. If you go to Dropbox.com, so grab your Internet Explorer. We need to go to www.dropbox.com. When you get there, we're going to click the sign in button. Here is our login information to get us into our Dropbox. Okay. So in your Internet Explorer, you're going to go to Dropbox.com. Your website looks like this. In the upper right corner, just click sign in and then enter your login information. Okay. Oops. Okay. Now that you're in Dropbox, you're going to click on your class folder. Okay, let's say you're in Algebra 2. This is true for Algebra 1 as well. In your Algebra folder that you click in, there is another folder called Helicopter Drop. You want to click that folder, and in that folder is Helicopter Drop Assignment, and it's a Word document. Okay, so you're just going to click on that, and then you're going to download this Word document from Dropbox. Okay, so my computer is waiting. Alright, so it's going to pull up a little window here. It says you want to save it, open it, do all that good stuff. So you just want to open yours. Okay, so when you open it, you're going to see this Word document here. Okay, so now what you need to do is just hit enter so that we can paste our screenshot above these questions here. So just hit enter, scroll back up, and then Control V or paste your screenshot that we saved when you hit your print screen button. So now here's that screenshot that I had. Okay, so now we got a Word document here with our screenshot from our Geogebra file, and there's some questions for you to answer. There's 4 questions for you to answer here. I want you to put in your best fit line that you created by hand, okay, from your helicopter drop data. And then I want you to enter the Geogebra best fit line equation that was really right here when we did our analysis. And then answer the questions. Okay, please be thorough. The more thorough you are, the better the grade will be, assuming that you're on the right track. Alright, now when you're done with that, what I want you to do is save as. So resave this file, and I want you just to save it with your name. So you're going to have to save it on either the desktop or in My Documents. I'm going to save mine in desktop so I can find it easily. And call it your name. I'm calling mine Mr. Bowers. Okay, so save your Word document. And now that we got Dropbox open, just go back to Dropbox and click the upload icon here. And you're just going to upload your Word document. So you're just going to choose it. Okay, go find it. Mine's in the desktop, which I believe is this Word document here. And then you know you're done when this icon right here after it uploads will turn into a green check. Okay, so I'm done here. And now my document is in Dropbox. And I am done. So I hope this tutorial helped you understand how to enter data into a spreadsheet with Geogebra and do a best fit line.